Deep inside a burrow lived a little bunny named Belle. Belle wasn't like other bunnies. Oh no, Belle was much too curious for her own good. She loved to hop and skip and explore. One sunny morning, Belle poked her twitchy nose out of her burrow. She sniffed the air. Something smelled different. It smelled like adventure. Belle couldn't resist. She hopped towards the smell. Belle had reached the edge of the whispering woods. The woods were dark and mysterious. But Belle was not afraid. She took a deep breath and hopped into the unknown. The whispering woods were filled with the most amazing things. Giant trees stretched up to the sky. Colourful flowers bloomed everywhere. The air buzzed with the sound of insects and birds. Belle hopped deeper into the woods. She wiggled her nose, trying to find the source of the wonderful smell. What could it be? It smelled sweet and fruity, like berries, but also warm and spicy, like cinnamon. Suddenly, Belle bumped into something soft and feathery. "Oh, excuse me," she squeaked. Belle looked up and saw a beautiful butterfly, its wings glowing with a soft, warm light. "Hello, little bunny," said the butterfly, its voice soft as a whisper, like the gentle rustling of leaves in the wind. "I am Fifi the firefly, and I seem to have a problem," she said, her light flickering sadly like a candle in the breeze. "I've lost my way in this vast, dark forest. Can you help me find my way back home?" Belle felt sorry for Fifi, her heart aching for the little firefly. She knew how scary it was to be lost, especially in such a big, dark place. "Don't worry, Fifi," Belle said bravely, trying to sound as confident as she could. "I'll help you find your way home. Together, we can do it." But where should they start? The forest seemed endless. The woods were so big, stretching out in every direction. Just then, they heard a wise voice booming from above, echoing through the trees. "Lost, are we? That's not good. Not good at all," the voice said. Belle and Fifi looked up to see a pair of bright yellow eyes staring down at them, glowing like lanterns in the night. Perched high on a branch sat the wisest creature in the whispering woods. Professor Owl. Professor Owl had seen it all and knew all there was to know about the woods. "Professor Owl, can you help us?" Belle asked. "Fifi is lost and we don't know how to get her home." Professor Owl blinked slowly, deep in thought. Professor Owl hooted. "Finding a lost firefly in these woods is no easy task, but there is one creature who might be able to help." Professor Owl paused, creating suspense. "Who is it, Professor Owl?" Belle and Fifi asked in unison, their voices filled with hope. Professor Owl ruffled his feathers and looked down at them with a twinkle in his eye. "The Whisper Sprite," he announced. "Legend has it that she can hear the faintest whispers of the forest. If anyone knows where to find Fifi's home, it's her. But where could they find this Whisper Sprite?" "Follow the trail of moonbeams," Professor Owl instructed, pointing with his wing towards a path illuminated by soft, silvery light. "That will lead you to the Whispering Glade, where the Whisper Sprite resides." Belle and Fifi set off along the moonbeam path. The woods were dark, but Fifi's flickering light helped guide their way. Belle hopped over roots and under fallen branches, keeping a close eye on Fifi. "We'll find your home, Fifi," Belle said, her voice filled with determination. "Don't you worry." Fifi, though still scared, felt a little braver with Belle by her side. As they journeyed deeper into the woods, The air grew cooler, and the trees seemed to whisper secrets to one another. Finally, they reached a clearing bathed in soft, ethereal light. This had to be the Whispering Glade. In the center of the glade, surrounded by glowing flowers and dancing fireflies, stood a figure as delicate as a spider web, shimmering with an otherworldly glow. Her laughter tinkled like wind chimes as she swayed gently, her form almost translucent in the moonlight, casting a soft, ethereal glow around her. "Excuse me?" Belle called out softly, her voice barely above a whisper, not wanting to frighten the ethereal being that seemed to be a part of the forest itself. "Are you the Whisper Sprite?" she asked, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and excitement. The figure stopped swaying and turned towards them, her eyes twinkling like distant stars, filled with ancient wisdom and kindness. "You must be looking for something," the Whisper Sprite said, her voice a melody that seemed to echo through the trees, resonating with the very soul of the forest. "I heard your whispers on the wind," she continued, her words weaving through the air like a gentle breeze. "A lost firefly, seeking its way home," she added, her eyes softening with understanding and compassion. The Whisper Sprite cupped her hands, and a tiny ball of light, as bright as Fifi herself, appeared. The light seemed to pulse with a gentle, magical energy, casting a warm glow around them. "Follow this light," she whispered, her voice filled with magic. "It will guide you safely through the forest, illuminating the path ahead. It will guide you to where you need to be. Trust in its glow, and it will never lead you astray." Belle and Fifi watched as the light soared into the air, leading them out of the Whispering Glade and deeper into the woods. The forest seemed to come alive with the light's presence, shadows dancing, and trees whispering secrets. They followed the light for what felt like hours, until finally they reached a familiar clearing. Fifi gasped, her tiny wings fluttering with excitement. Dozens of fireflies flickered amongst the trees, their lights dancing in the night. The air was filled with a soft, magical hum. Fifi had found her way home. Her family of fireflies welcomed her with open wings, their lights merging into a brilliant display. Belle watched as Fifi flew towards her family, her light shining brighter than ever before. The reunion was heartwarming, a testament to the power of friendship and perseverance. That night, Belle learned a valuable lesson about courage, kindness, and the importance of helping others. She realized that even the smallest acts of kindness could light up the darkest paths. Even the smallest bunny could make a big difference. Belle felt a newfound sense of purpose and determination. And so, with a heart full of joy and a head full of adventure, Belle hopped back towards her burrow, ready to share her tale. She knew that this was just the beginning of many more adventures to come.